Pacific. If anybody's out there and wants to tune in and check in, come on in and say hi, man. We're off the far southwest coast of British Columbia, and we're rapidly approaching spring. The first day of spring is the 20th of March, and I'm really looking forward to spring. So we're on a small island. We're located out here off the very far southwest coast of British Columbia, okay? Southern Gulf Islands. There are about 6,000 islands off the coast of British Columbia. So, and a lot of people are very unaware of what grows out here on these islands. So let's walk through the garden. It's a jungle-like garden. No plant in any particular order. Just a whole lot of exotica, overflowing with exotica, palm trees, and lots of other cool plants. So, and let me know where you guys are from when you guys tune in. I'm not going to do a super long live stream. There's a few things I got to do. Gal's having a nap. I guess she had a hard morning at work. So yeah, we do grow a lot of palm trees out here on the islands. These ones do very well here. We got a handful of different types of palm trees we grow here. Put that there for now. And hopefully I still get a little bit good reception when I'm walking around the garden now that I've adjusted the Starlink. And thanks to Adam, a viewer out there in Nova Scotia. And I actually had the thing set up wrong for a whole year. So I flipped the one kind of router around, and it's definitely getting better reception now. So let me know how the clarity is. UDX 95, afternoon 190. Well, we don't have much skip here. I went into the shack, pretty dead. So, and I was fixing a fence. I don't want the deer to get into our garden, so I've been busy out in the garden here. Yeah, 791 waving from the Gulf Islands. I'm just kind of walking through the jungle garden here. I was just saying we're rapidly approaching spring, right? It's not very long now. What is it, the 12th today? 12th of March, and I think the first day is the 20th of March. So, yeah, it was nice today. I worked this morning. I was off at 10:30, actually 10:29 I was off. I started at 4:29, I was off at 10:29. I just do a 6-hour shift. That's the way to do it when you're retired, right? It's my semi-retirement job, and I do like it because I do a lot of gardening. That's what I do. I look after a big commercial landscape uptown, right? So, and as you can see, I'm into gardening here too. Wendy and I are big time into gardening, and that's what I do. We're not talking on the radio. I'm out in the garden or I'm out riding the motorcycle. So, but yeah, we grow a lot of pretty cool plants out here on this island. I could go into the shack. I do have the 458 on, and it was really dead. I heard somebody coming in on 36. Indiana Chris, how's it going, man? Good to have you out there. Look at this flowering currant. You see this? The hummingbirds love this plant right here. And these start blooming in the wintertime. Good stuff that blooms here year round, right? And we got lots of hummingbirds in the garden. And then you got these guys here. I'll head into the shack in a little bit. You got these hellebores. These are quite beautiful flowers too. And yeah, it's crazy when you think about it. And some people really don't believe that I'm anywhere in Canada, but we are off the Pacific coast of Canada. And the reason we can grow this stuff here, it's because of the Pacific Ocean. When you live next to the Pacific Ocean, you got it wrapped around you. It just kind of regulates. It just regulates the air temperatures, and there's never any extremes. Yeah, I'll show you through the jungle. We call it the jungle garden. Right here, some of my tikis. These ones I do with the chainsaw, right? They're just driftwood. I just go down to the beach, pick up driftwood, and I mean I carve them out of any type of wood. Right, here's a bigger one here. Those are the freaky tikis. Yeah, it's a pretty crazy place, eh? You can actually make a jungle here. That's how crazy it is. You can actually create a jungle. It's green year round. Yeah, I like spring too, man. I am so looking forward to spring. I am so done with winter. And I mean, we don't get any snow or anything. We didn't have one snowflake. Look at the growth on this plant here. You see this? This is called a Photinia fraseri. And these get really nice red leaves. These are a tree. These will grow into a tree and they get white flowers on them too. But the new growth is always red, and they're a BLE. A BLE means a broadleaf evergreen. So these are evergreens. So you got some green leaves on it, but the new foliage is always red. right? And the camellias are blooming. Some of them are blooming. Some of them are just coming into bloom. And we'll show you through here. Bamboo, we grow a lot of bamboo too. Lots of bamboo. We got like a bamboo jungle. So we'll go down through the gardens here. Did I just break that? I just broke that Mexican orange, man. And it had flower buds on it too. Look at that. Terrible situation. So yeah, it's there's no lawn to cut here, man. Don't have any lawn to cut. Just, oh, this tiki's falling over. The tiki tribe. This is the tiki tribe here, you see? Bunch of them in here. These ones been here a long time. So I'm gonna have to straighten some of those babies out. And then through here, that's finished blooming already, that thing. This is just coming into bloom. This is a really fragrant plant here. And here's camera up. There's my Antron 99 up there. That antenna up there is Antron 99. That one's been up for just about 35 years now. And I should actually probably take it down and clean it up a little bit. We'll go through here. And I am in Canada. How'd you know that? Where am I? I'm on the Gulf Islands. Yeah, I'm on the southern Gulf Islands off the far southwest coast of British Columbia. This is a cool plant right here. These are in the poinsettia family. These are Euphorbia wolfenii or Crocus wolfenii. Really nice. Do you have to do any pruning at all? Palm fronds we take off when they start to turn brown. Eucalyptus trees, like, we have to cut back sometimes because they get out of hand. But mostly, you know, just clipping things out of your face, really. It's actually a pretty low maintenance garden. It's just, yeah, totem poles. Well, these ones I carve, eh? These are actually tiki totems, more Polynesian style. These I do with a chainsaw. So those are driftwood, and we have a lot of Hawaiians on our island too, believe it or not. See, that bamboo's gone to flower and seed. That's Philostachys vivax there, and that one there. So yeah, there's some big trees here. I'll show you some really cool trees, man. We got, it's always green. This is your cooking bay. See this tree right here? We get these all over. They sell seed. So when you're cooking a stew or you do pasta sauce, this is bay leaf, Laurus nobilis from the Mediterranean. Nice. Oh, you're in New Brunswick. Cool. Cool. I've actually shipped my palm seeds to New Brunswick. Lots of them. Yeah. And you got to cover them up there or bring them in the winter time. But so yeah, you can really create a jungle out here in the Gulf Islands. The growing zone here is mostly 9A, high end of zone 8B on these islands, right? So yeah, you can do some pretty crazy things. And some of the oldest palms I've had in the garden for 40 years, right? Growing them for a long time. They're really easy to grow. And here's another tiki here. This one's holding up this string. It's cold over here. You guys, yeah, with the coldest temperature we had all winter actually was in February. I think it was the second week or third week of February, and it dropped down to minus 1.3 one morning, and that was it. We only had one frost all winter, no snow, not even a single snowflake, nothing. No snowflakes here at this end of the island. And it really varies. It depends what part of the island you live on too, right? I mean, if you live in one of our deep cold valleys surrounded by mountains, they've had snow, they've had lots of frost. But when you come into the milder microclimates on the island here where I live, and there's lots of places like this, you know, some there's other places on this island that have had no frost this winter. Look at this laurel. So I grew this from a cutting about 35 years ago, and it's going to flower. It flowers every year. Very, very fragrant. 5B, 6A growing zone here. Yeah. Indiana Chris. Yeah. And it gets hot there, though. So the climate in Indiana, because you're landlocked, continental climate gets really hot. So your summers are definitely hotter than ours for sure. You get that heat. You can grow some real good heat-loving plants there, like apricots, probably peaches. Would love it there. This is Holobolia vine, going to bloom right here. And I mean, daffodil's been blooming for a while. I mean, there's daffodils all over the place. The island basically in bloom. Well, that's cool. You're in Victoria. No, not Victoria. Nope. No. We're right across the street from the ocean. We're on Salt Spring Island. We're on Salt Spring Island, the Gulf Islands. No, I can see the ocean glittering through the trees, like glimmering, you know, like, but no, glistening. How do you say that? Glistening through the trees, through the forest. We're about 900 feet from the ocean. I'll show you something cool. Let me spin this around. I don't want to do my microphone. Let me spin that around. Here we go. I'll show you something really cool. All right, so I don't know if you guys know what this plant is. I'm going to show you some southern magnolia. So there's a really cool plant right there. You know what that one is? Can anybody guess what that is right there? Yeah, so Victoria is on the southern end of Vancouver Island. Vancouver Island's a big island. So that is well, I'll let you guess. I'm going to let you guess what that thing is. More palms there at the back of the place. We got a view to palm trees. These are really cool plants. These bloom in the wintertime. And then down there, it goes all the way. It's a really massive garden. Lots of palm trees, exotica. That's a strawberry tree there. It produces really good fruit you can eat. Arbutus unido. Fern, yeah, it is a fern. It's definitely a fern. It's the biggest ferns in the world. It is, that one's from Tasmania, imported in September 1991. I planted that 32 years ago. April 1994, I planted it. And it's got 6 feet of trunk on it. It's a Tasmanian tree fern, right? From Tasmania, grow about, I think eventually they grow probably 25, 30 feet tall. They're pretty slow growers. And evergreen, there's a China fir right there. These palms right here, actually, I knew of somebody growing one of those in southern Indiana. Okay, you see that palm right there? And right there, that palm right there, those palms are native to the southeastern United States, and they're the most cold-tolerant palm tree on the face of the earth. Now, and I remember, because I'm in the Palm Society, and this guy used to post pictures of his palm tree in southern Indiana, and it was that species right there. That's called a Rhapidophyllum hystrix. Now, you're probably not going to remember that Latin name, so it's a needle palm. A needle palm. So you Google needle palm, it is the most cold-tolerant palm tree on the face of the earth, native to the southeastern United States, like I think South Carolina, Alabama, northern Florida, maybe even Mississippi. There might be some of those down there. Can't find needle palms. Yeah, I planted those ones in 2017, so nine years ago. And the earliest one I planted was probably 25 years ago. But it was in the shade, and it kind of petered out. It wasn't from cold. It was just kind of didn't like it in the shade. It was my bad. So, but these ones have been there a while, and they're actually doing quite good, the needle palms. Yeah, we have apple trees. We have grapes, too. We have apple trees. Got a lot of apples off our tree. We have 3 apple trees, and we have plum trees. Plum trees are actually in bloom right now. Matter of fact, I'll show you something. The plum trees are, if I can see it from here, over there, there's a plum tree. There's a plum tree, that's bay tree. These are your bay trees right here. These bay trees self-seed all over. These are your cooking bay. You know, bay leaf, you break some leaves off and you throw it in your cooking, and they grow like weeds. But we have a pear tree down there. We have a 5-graft apple tree, and then we have 2 plum trees, and then we have another 5-graft apple tree. So 5 different types of apples on one tree, which is cool. And yeah, there's more eucalyptus. We had really big eucalyptus trees, but we had to cut them down. They're getting out of hand. There's an Araucaria angustifolia there. That's from Brazil. That one down in there. And there's yuccas, and there's huckleberries. Those are huckleberries there. You can eat those. Those are actually quite yummy. Wild, native. Bamboo. This is our native tree, our provincial tree. I'm going to clean this off, and I'm going to stick it in the ground here. Maybe it'll grow. I don't know. Let's just stick this in there. There. This is our native provincial tree. It's called a dogwood, Pacific dogwood. Each one of these things turns into a huge white flower. Beautiful. This is an absolutely amazing tree. And did you end up getting fruit off the loquat? No. Nope. But I do get lots of flowers on it right now. The problem with the loquat, Julian, it always blooms in the winter, and you get a heavy frost, and the heavy frost knocks the flowers off of it. So if it's more in a sheltered spot, then you will get fruit, because I grew some from seed, and the one that I got growing in town, I grew from seed. It produced fruit. It actually had fruit. And then up on the Sunshine Coast, where Wendy's mom lives, I knew a guy, and he passed away since, but his mom had a big one growing at her place, and he brought me some fruit from it, and I grew some from the seed, right? And it was up against the corner of her house in an alcove. It was in an alcove, and it produced a lot of fruit. It was actually good fruit, because I ate the fruit. I'll show you something here. This has stayed out all winter. You see this? A little bit worse for wear. Didn't die. Didn't die, but you know what that is? That's a Kentia palm. So, Forstiana? No, is it Howia? Howia Forstriana? That's what it is. Forstriana? Howia. Look it up. It's a Kentia palm. And yeah, it's a little beat up, but it did stay out all winter. Here's avocado. See, the avocado is not damaged. It just never, and I always put these as a plant there to judge how cold it gets in the wintertime. So right there. Native, yeah, I'll show you the loquat. It's got flowers coming on it right now. This is a cool plant. This one you should plant. This is a nice cold hardy one, probably work in Indiana too. This one's called a leatherleaf viburnum. So viburnum retidophyllum gets really nice flowers. It's a BLE, broadleaf evergreen, kind of fuzzy below and pretty easy to grow from cuttings. This one I grew from a cutting, and there's a bigger one on the other side. So they grow into trees. If the Kentia palms are, yeah, it was very mild. Yeah, Kentia palm outside. I have other palms outside that shouldn't have been outside too, like those little Camadoria elegans I have outside too. They're fine. There's an old palm right there. So February 1987, I planted that one 39 years ago, and I didn't grow that one from seed. I bought it from a nursery where I used to live south of Vancouver. Definitely needs to be greened up because it's in really fast draining rocky soil, and it does that every year after the winter rains. Those are redwoods. Those are coast redwood trees. There's a green one there and a blue one on the other side. So those are California coast redwoods, Sequoia sempervirens. And there's more palms in there, and these palms just come up. They come up everywhere. Look at this. They just self-seed everywhere. And the tiki head, they come up like weeds. There's a Camarops there. That's one of my seed-grown Camarops. Right there. I planted that I think it was 95 I planted it. It's bonsai growing in rock. Big fronds on that one. There's a Eucalyptus parvula. There is Eucalyptus, I think that might be Gunnii divaricata, possibly. Another one over there, I'm not too sure what it is. And I cover this up because the deer always eat the Senecio grayi. I had to fix that fence. The deer would get in there. So that's what I was repairing over there. Because and it's native to California. Gets beautiful silky tassels on it. Evergreen. And then we have a really cool plant. This one's going to bloom, this eucalyptus. See that? There's a really cool plant up there. There is a pineapple broom tree there. That's a pineapple broom tree, and that's native to the Atlas Mountains of Morocco. So it gets huge pineapple type flowers on it. Right there is a Bulgarian trachycarpus. That's the seed I got from Kirill. I have other ones in the garden. I grew that from seed. So they claim that to be a good eco type. So that's Bulgarian trachycarpus. It does have some seed on it. Believe it or not, lots of yuccas down here. Lots of yuccas. And these are palms growing under the redwoods. There's some big palms at the end. There's palms out on I'll go out on the road. I got, Camadoria radicalis is a good one. Yeah, and it's doing good. You know what? I've had it in the ground for, just about 1997 I planted it. 97 I planted and it's still going. So you can see here, palms at the far end of our property too, way down there. Yeah, Camadoria radicalis, beautiful. So this is the front road. These are arbutus trees. Arbutus trees. There's a resort down there. There's beaches across the street. Casa del Mar, house by the sea. Here's ours here. Our Camadoria is doing great, man. Thriving, yeah. And then this is our accommodations here. See, bed and breakfast. We have 2 bed and breakfasts here. This is the front garden. It's just kind of gone wild. There's Mexican orange. Gorse is in here. Southern magnolia. That's a smoke tree, cotinus. Wendy likes those. These are native arbutus. Hang a CB microphone on one of the trees. Trees make a short about talk to them. I should. The D104. Good idea. Yucca rigida. This is a weed. People hate this plant. It's actually an invasive species, but I kind of like it. Daphne laureola. Deer do this. This is what deer do. The palms are, they're natural. Oh God, you have no idea how many palms are here. They're like, everywhere I look, there's palms. Those are all palm trees. These are all palm trees just growing. They're everywhere, man. They're all over the place. Gotta watch where I walk. Another one there. I'll show you out in the back courtyard. But there's no shortage. Palms, and we have the nursery down there. Palm nursery is down there. I don't know if I can stand here. Those are all palms. There's thousands of palm trees there. You can see them all. Those are all palm trees in pots. And then, of course, we have big ones in the ground. I don't know if this is going to go that far with the internet. I'm not too sure. My signal might die, so I'm not going to go down there. Let's go to the back. Yeah, they do. They naturalize. Look at this. These are just palms that come from the tree, right? They're everywhere. Oh God, look at them in here. Holy crikey. Ha! Look at this. They're weeds, man. Gotta like when there's palm weeds. No, I didn't catch any rats in there. Didn't catch any mice. I went and checked the trap. I put that bucket in there with some peanut butter on a little bottle, and it spins. And nope, there's nothing in there. So I'm gonna have to check it again tomorrow. I want to catch those things, man. I am so sick of them. They're eating up my sable palms. Here's some more neglected palms. Deer have been eating this. They love that plant. Trachycarpus fortunei there. And Fatsia, of course, grow like weeds. Those are easy to grow. And more arbutus. Yeah, it could be a mouse too. I mean, I did catch about 3 or 4. I think I caught 4 mice in there, right? I didn't, I've never caught a rat in my greenhouse, but I have caught some mice in there. And these are the stumps from the eucalyptus trees we had cut down. Look at that. These were big trees. They're starting to grow fungus. We had them cut down in February 2021. And then that one I carved a tiki out of right there. So we had a grove of really big 30-meter tall eucalyptus trees in here. And they were just getting out of hand and really dangerous. So we had to get them cut down, unfortunately. They were beautiful trees, man. They were mountain gum. I grew them from seed that's eucalyptus there too. Grew them from seed a long time ago. And yeah, so that's what's left of them now. That's Mr. Tiki face, right? Another stump there, eucalyptus. There was a monster one here. This was a really big eucalyptus tree here too. Had to turn them all into firewood. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes. Just don't plant eucalyptus trees too close to your house. This is a myrtle. This is a true myrtle. I planted this thing, at least 25 years ago. And it's beautiful. It gets little white flowers on it. So that's true myrtus, right? And then we have the small leaf one too. Nandina domestica, again, that's heavenly bamboo, which is not related to bamboo. Oh, native Indian plum in here, blooming. This is a native plant. Gets kind of nice flowers on it. The tiki's complete, the jungle make it. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah. Yeah, I've been carving those things for a long time. I've carved a bunch of them on the beach and they float away and people find them, a couple of years, 3 years later, and they're always posting them on YouTube that they find or posting on Facebook that they found my tikis 60 miles away somewhere, right? It's kind of cool. So there's another one there. Driftwood, they're kind of aged a little bit. And yeah, I just kind of freehand them with the chainsaw. And timber bamboo there. And the fatsias really make it. You get the fatsias in here, and it does make it look kind of more jungly, right? They kind of remind me of papaya a little bit. But when you mass plant these things, that's the thing. It gives you a really good jungle look. So you got Nandina domestica here, which is heavenly bamboo. And then you got the palm trees, Trachycarpus fortunei, which is no challenge to grow. And then, of course, Fatsia japonica. You got some bamboo in there. Got the bay leaf, which is growing in the shade, by the way. Bay leaf is a really nice plant to grow. And yeah, thanks. So yeah, I like carving them. Like I said, I've been carving. I've shipped them all over the world. I've shipped them all over the place, all over the States too. I shipped some really big ones to 2 different people in North Carolina. I mean big ones. I had to FedEx them. Shipped them to Tennessee, got them in Hawaii, Texas, Arkansas, Arizona, California, East Coast, Wisconsin. Yeah, so that's just driftwood. It's just my own style, and it's they're just folk art. That's all it is. It's just kind of simple folk art. Some of them might put pineapples on them. These ones are really leaning, right? No koala or wildlife here. No, I wish there was koala. We're in Canada. None of that. There's lion. We have mountain lion here. We have once in a while a bear will swim over through the narrow channel between us and southern Vancouver Island. There's mink. There's lizards, there's turtles, there's snakes, black widows, there's brown recluse spiders, there is eagles, hawks, turkey vultures, I'm trying to think. Raccoons. Got lots of raccoons. Lots of owls. Yes. No, koala love. You know what koala love? Koala love eucalyptus. You know what loves bamboo? Panda bears. Panda bears love bamboo. So if you have a panda bear, which is from China, they like bamboo. This is bamboo right here. And there's about 11 or 1,200 different types of bamboo. This one's a timber bamboo, Phylostachys bambuzoides. But if you lived in Australia, you get eucalyptus, and the koala bears eat a certain type of eucalyptus tree. You know, there was big ones in here, and I cut some down. You know, and then the juvenile leaves is usually round, and then they elongate as they get older. Those are eucalyptus trees too. There's a Camerops humilis palm. That's a Mediterranean fan palm. There are some species of palms native to Europe, and that is one of them right there. That's called a Camerops humilis. Yeah, that a lot of people do. They mix them up. So pandas are those big bears that they're black and white, like a yin and yang from China, and the koala bears are those cute, cuddly little things that are kind of docile. There's the more bamboo. That one's really dry. It just always dries out. Wrong spot for that one. And there's a very special plant in there. That one I cheat with. And trivia time. The other one is Phoenix theoprasti. Yep. And also Phoenix canariensis, because the Canary Islands are part of Europe, right? Canary Islands, which I talked to on my two-way radio, is actually Europe. And I keep this dry too, see? So, you know, if you guys like cactus, here's a little cactus patch. We kind of grow a little bit of everything. That's a Camerops in there. That's bromeliad. That's Chilean bromeliad. I planted that up years ago. What is the animal that poops square? SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm not too sure. What is it? That's called Phascoscalaria bicolor. That is a bromeliad. When that thing blooms, I'll do a video of it for you. Actually, I do have videos of it. It's a beautiful, beautiful plant. This is just absolutely amazing. So that's a Chilean bromeliad. Hey, Charlie, how's it going, man? I'm just kind of giving people the garden tour here of what we grow here on this island. We grow lots of weird stuff. That's our native cactus, by the way. See that one right there? That's our native cactus right there. That grows wild here on our island. Yeah, usually the southwestern slopes up close to the ocean. And then there's agave. That's been outside for years. I planted it when it was really tiny, and there's other ones in here too. I have other agaves in here too. So lots of crazy stuff. Yeah, it got really red. That's right. They get really red, that plant. This is an absolutely amazing plant. You have to see it. You'd have to see videos of it. It's like I say, a bromeliad from South America. And yeah, all these leaves turn really brilliant red. No, there's no skip here, so I can't talk it. Yeah. I went into the Radio Shack and I heard one station. It was just absolutely dead, except Channel 11. It was just AM stuff coming in. But on Channel 11, everything else was done. No skip coming in here on the radio. It's just dead. I'll go and check again, though. I'm going to go back into the radio room. I'm going to make my way back there. And we're going to go see. There's olive here, too. Olive tree right there. And see, when you leave things in pots, you should always protect the pots. Yeah, native cactus. Yeah, there's a lot of cactus in Canada, not just here too. They have it in Alberta. They have it up in the Okanagan, British Columbia desert. They have it in Ontario. Yeah, there's lots of different places with cactus that grow wild here in Canada. Believe it or not, there's some nice cactus that grows here in Canada. Native cactus. Okay, so I'm going to show you the loquat. There's the shack out back. Most of you guys, do you grow agave flifera? I have 3 different types of agave, so possibly, because some of them don't have tags on them. I'm not an agave expert, but I might have agave flifera. I'll have to go check. Okay, so here's the loquat. Loquat. Okay, I'm going to zoom into the flowers. Some coming there, right? And then there's some on this side too. I hope to get fruit on it this year. That would be cool. Yeah, the Kenwood's nice, man. I like your radio, man. It's freaking awesome. Beautiful radio. And I had a chance to get one of those, and I told Wendy about it. A friend of mine wanted $800 for his ham operator, getting out of it. And it was about last year, probably about 5 months ago. And he even brought it here, hooked it up to my antenna, and we tried it out. I got a video of it. I got a video gate of the Kenwood on it. Beautiful Kenwood. But Wendy says, no, I don't need another radio. Yes, I do need another radio. You can see right there, flowers coming there. And then there's more there. See, there's more up there. So, hopefully we'll see some loquat fruit. Yeah, I like Kenwoods, man. They're beautiful. I like Yaesu as well. Yaesu are absolutely awesome radios. Looks beautiful, man. I never saw the trunk below. Can you film once from? Yeah, let's see what the trunk looks like. When we got this deck built 2 years ago, the builders cut a big branch off. It really pissed me off because it had flowers on it. And that one made it through the winter too. But that's the one they cut off. So the trunk looks like that. There's part of the trunk right there. See? I mean, it's a big, pretty good sized trunk. That's just a branch. The trunk is down there. That's just a branch coming off it, but it looks like that. So in the new growth, right? They're in the rose family. There's the Guatemalan cherry. I gave that a harsh pruning and it's leafing out everywhere. There's another apple tree there. That one's got 5 different types of apples on it. Produced a ton of apples last year, right? And I had a bunch of palms growing over there, but I moved them all because we want to get these trees cut down. Those trees we're talking about get cut down, and if they cut them down, they're going to drop them into pieces right there, and I didn't want to get anything damaged, so that's why I took all the palms out from over there. Yeah, what's that, the loquat, or the loquat? Or are you talking about these? We got lots of big trees here, man. We're surrounded by timber. There's the arbutus trees, arbutus there, arbutus there. These are beautiful trees, and then there's more arbutus there. Big arbutus trees come up through here. These are the Pacific Madrona. They look super tropical. TNT Tom from the land of Lincoln. Another arbutus tree there, big one there, and there's more. We got a lot of them on our property, so very messy in the summer, but Tom is finally here. Tom is in the house. Tom is in the house. The date palms. And there's eucalyptus. This is a eucalyptus tree. That's a snow gum eucalyptus tree, right? They're a nice plant. I like you. I do like them. This is what I got to keep small. I got to keep cutting the top off of it. 12% of my county is forest. Is that right? Our whole island is covered in forest. So you got all the conifers, right? So western red cedar, that's Thuya plicata, and then that is a western hemlock, another western hemlock, grand fir, Douglas fir. And Douglas fir is what they make lumber out of. That's what they mill into lumber right there. And that's what we use for firewood. That's what we heat our house. There's a hummingbird. Oh, look at him. Did you see that? Those things are funny. Hummingbirds are awesome. I think I could probably take this bubble plastic off now. Because I leave these out year round, and I always emphasize when things are in pots, you should wrap up the pots. That one I took off already, so I should actually take that off. See you again, brother. Hey, I will say hi to Wendy, and I'm going to go into the shack. Let's go into the shack right now. There's a flying dragon citrus. That's citrus. We have more citrus. I got tucked away. Hydrangea. That's been out all winter. Let's go do this. Let's go see if there's any skip coming in. I'm curious. Is there any skip coming into the shack out back? Warm in here. Power was out today. Today, I almost got messed up with no way. No, you don't want to get messed up with a gangbanger. That's one thing we don't have here, no gangbangers. If we had that, the rednecks would toss them off the island. Okay, we got some skip coming in. Yeah, skip is long distance. You know it, Tom. It is. It's what it is. It's the radio waves bouncing off the ionosphere in the earth, right? So, boing, 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 boing. That's what it's doing, skipping along. There we go. I'm going to see if I can get this guy. Let's spin this around. Well, let's put this here for a second, then I'm going to go back out. CQDX, CQDX, 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific.
Copy 749, Cali. Oklahoma radio, 340, sitting on the side.
Hey, 340, Oklahoma, you're slamming into the shack. 340, 791, waving. Doesn't mean he's going to hear me, though. I'm on 37. Yeah, it's not strong. CQDX, CQ, 791 Gulf Islands, 791 Gulf Islands in the North Pacific. Poor conditions. Sometimes it's one-way, Skip. I hear you out there. I hear you calling the Gulf Islands. 791 Gulf Islands waving.
791 Gulf Island. You have a nice day. You have a nice weekend. Hawaii, Maui. Aloha.
Hey, Richard. I hear Richard out there. 000. 17 World Radio. 000. Hawaiian Islands, Maui. Aloha and Shaka Wave, Richard, from the Gulf Islands.
Have a nice day. Aloha.
Aloha. There we go. We had Maui in there. 623 Charlie with a wave. We got you out there. There's Charlie. There's my friend Charlie in Illinois. 623 791 Gulf Islands, live in the shack. Yes. Yeah, QSY 35, lower sideband 35. How about at 623 Illinois 791? I've had people send me seeds. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. The skip was pretty dead here earlier, not much of it, but I'm on the old TRC 458, and I am live in the radio room. And it's funny, I got TNT Tom in there. He lives out in Illinois as well there. He's on the live stream as well.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I'm watching the stream right now. I got my phone on. I'm watching it right now.
Right on, man. Well, you're sounding good. I'm glad I'm getting a little skip action in here. I heard Richard come back to me out there on Maui and then you. So, hey, if I only make 2 skip contacts today, I'm happy.
Yeah, we hit a high about 50 today. 50 for the high. Day before yesterday.
Greetings from Netherlands. Yeah, well, you're warmer than we are. We're only about 46 here right now, 46 degrees, and supposed to get up to 15 degrees Celsius, so that's 60. We're supposed to get up to 60 in the next couple of days, so we're getting there.
Yeah, Roger, yeah, in a couple days, yeah, it's supposed to drop down.
45.
I can't remember exactly.
That's okay.
It's 20 for the low one night. One night it's supposed to get down to 20 for the low, so I ain't really happy about that, but in the next couple days, it's supposed to get
43 in Chicago.
That'll be nice. I think we're going
Tom's got 43, 41 in Indiana. All right, well, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm watching my live stream, and people are giving me the weather reports on there. So it's 41 in Indiana, where Indiana Chris is, UDX 1313, and where Tom is near Chicago, 43. And I don't know what it is in the Netherlands, where my buddy Julian is. But yeah, we're mid-40s here right now, and I'm not going to complain. We're only 8 days away from spring there, QSL.
Yeah, Roger, yeah. We got a little bit of rain yesterday. It's been and finally quit for today. Day before yesterday, we got about half a day, and then it quit, so it's finally starting to dry back up.
Okay, cool. You know what? Rain is better than snow. Don't have to shovel it. And Indiana Chris is 90 miles east of Chicago. But you're in Indiana, right, Chris? I'm watching the live stream here. So UDX 1313 is 90 miles east of Chicago, but in Indiana. Yeah, that's interesting. So you're in the southern part of the state, QSL. Yeah, you're by that big lake. I know. That's right. I Googled that. Actually, I looked it up on YouTube. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty big lake. It's finally starting to come up.
And it's right outside Chicago, 5 minutes away.
I don't know if they let the water go down or what.
That's cool, Tom.
The water is down quite a bit now that we got all this rain. The water's finally starting to come back up.
That's cool. So I forget the name of the lake. I'm going to mention it to my viewers. What was the name of the lake you live by in Chicago or in Illinois? He lives right by a lake. Hey, Charlie, what was the name of the lake? What was that lake again? The name of it?
The name of the lake is Carlisle Lake. Carlisle Lake, Roger.
Okay, good. Okay, so he lives by Carlisle Lake in southern Illinois, not too far from Missouri. You got that, Indiana? Have you heard of Carlisle Lake? How about Tom out there in Illinois? Carlisle Lake. It's pretty cool, man. Big man-made lake. It's huge. Where are you going? Radio to the radio Shack EDX 133. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, I think it's the biggest man-made lake, right, QSL?
Yeah, it's the biggest man-made lake.
Biggest man-made lake. Yeah, well, I'm glad you can hear me, man. I'm just on my little, like I say, I'm on my ground plane and got my old radio. So are you on your Kenwood right now?
Yeah, I'm on the Kenwood right now. The Kenwood HF rig with, I got a condenser microphone on it. I'm running it with the Antron barefoot power.
Yeah, it's blasting you. I got you 7/8S units. You're the only one in there. There's no other skip, just you. And Tom in Illinois says he's been to Southern Illinois and 24 live. He lives in Northern Illinois. Wow. Southern Illinois, it's awesome. Lots of rock formations. Oh, that's cool. Lots of rock formations, they say, in Southern Illinois. Tom, you got to get a radio. UDX 133, we're waving. Shawnee National Forest.
Tomorrow, we got everything ready, setting up here for it. I got it in a bundle package used from a radio guy. He used it for the spare, and
travel to the States while we
got it for sale. So
yes.
I kept looking at it every time we went up there. I was really
New York,
interested
too.
in it.
That'd be cool.
Asking what he wanted. Yeah, I got a good deal for it.
That is awesome, man. Well, good for you. Well, I'm looking forward to making contact with you when you get that up here. But you know, right now you're blasting in here. So you're running. Are you running an Antron right now?
Yeah, the Antron 99. I'm running at 70 foot, roughly 70 foot up in the air right now. Barefoot power, 200 watts out of this Kenwood. This Kenwood has a two Toshiba 2290 transistor. It actually has a 2-pin amp section built into the radio stock with it.
Amazing, man. Yeah, no, your 9S units, 8 and 9S units, only one in there right now. So I put that. I'm shooting a video gate for Jungle Josie Video Gate. So I got my little Canon camera rolling here too. So we'll make sure to get it on the Video Gate channel, and of course it's on Gulf Island Rock too. I'm at 42 minutes and 18 seconds into the live gate.
Yeah, you guys aren't got a lot of palm trees and stuff up there. I was watching the game, and you guys got a lot of palm trees and stuff up there, especially in Canada.
On the West Coast, there's lots of palm trees. Yep. Vancouver, there's streets lined with palm trees. I kid you not, man. I got lots of YouTube videos of them on my other YouTube channel. And all the suburbs, you go into the suburbs of Vancouver, anywhere near the ocean, Charlie, it's really mild in the winter. So, yeah, there's lots of really tall palm trees in Vancouver, Victoria, like Vancouver Island, lots of them.
Hey, the guy talking about Vancouver and Victoria Island. You're getting me in the mobile the other day. What kind of mobile radio are you running in the mobile? What kind of setup are you running?
Okay, it's an old school setup. I'll let you know. Let me just read Tom's comment here from Chicago. Does he live near Carbondale, Illinois? He was asking if you live near Carbondale, Illinois.
No, Carbondale is south of us. There's a Carbondale south of us. I'm going to jump up in there and wave ahead. You got 307.
Okay, southy Tommy's. Carbondale is south of my buddy Charlie there. Okay, so south of him. Anyway, in my vehicle there, Charlie, I'm running an old Citizen MPL5. I bought it brand new in 1979, and the antenna is just a Tram 300 mag mount, nothing special. Stock microphone on the radio. And I'm running about 200 whiskeys there. I got one of those little RM kickers in there. That's it for, God, I've been running that thing for about 5 years now, that kicker.
Yeah, Roger, well, that kicker, you can run it for 12 years, making a good trip to our video gate the other, it was an older video gate I was watching, and I was seeing you have that set up. I just wanted to know if you had any updated any. Definitely not the good trip. That one time I talked to you, you weren't coming in the greatest because skip conditions weren't the greatest that day. We didn't have a lot of skip conditions that day. I did talk to a couple stations, but you were the only one that was in there at that time, and I figured, well, I might as well try getting you.
Radios are awesome, Tom. Yeah, you know what? I tell you what, I've talked all over the world on that little antenna. Believe it or not, I bought it on Amazon. I have three of them here. And I mean, really, they're nothing too fancy. I'll show you what it looks like. That's it right there. I'm putting the camera on a Tram 300 mag mount. And actually, I got another one here, too. Another one sitting there. So it's only like, I think, maybe a 31-inch whip on it or something like that, metal whip. But I'm telling Tom there, Tom in Illinois near Chicago, he's got to get a radio. It's lots of fun. He says radios are fun. They sure are. But yeah, I've talked to, last week I was driving home. It was Friday. I was driving home from the post office. Hey, it's my buddy Adam. Adam's the man. That's why I'm getting Wi-Fi in here, because of Adam in Nova Scotia. Thanks, Adam. The reason I'm getting Wi-Fi here is because viewer Adam in Nova Scotia told me how to set my Starlink up properly. I didn't have a clue there, Charlie, but I was coming home Friday last week from the post office, and I talked to Europe. I was talking to Belfast, Northern Ireland, two stations come back to me there. So I pulled over to the side of the road and had a chat with him there, QSL.
I got a tram 300 mag mount too. I'm running in the
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, buddy. Hey, Adam.
I do about 60 peak watts out of that radio, and that does a good trip. I can talk to California.
I need to send you an art card, Adam. I'm going to send you one of Wendy's art cards. I'm going to have to get your address. You'll have to email me. That's cool. Okay, so you run one too, so you know exactly what they are. Like they're a cheap antenna, but they work really well. And I'm going to ask you how, if you're watching this live stream, how is the clarity right now? Because it hasn't seemed to lag or anything ever since I've kind of refigured it, thanks to Adam in Nova Scotia. Are you seeing me okay on the live stream?
Let me look it up real quick. Let me get on my phone here. Yeah, Starlink's a good internet. We actually got Starlink too. We had
I'll send you one of our art cards, Adam. This thing seems to be working so good now. The internet has never been so good, thanks to you.
And the bird landed on the tower, and
Wendy's very happy. Thanks, Adam.
2 or 3 weeks, and we said, nope, no more of this. We're going to get Starlink.
Starlink is awesome. Now, there's something I didn't know. So you got your thing that sits on top of the roof, but then there's these two other little boxes. One of the boxes I actually had upside down, facing downward. When you got the boxes inside of the house, one of them has to be facing upward. And the funny thing, we have a couple of accommodations here, and one of our accommodations is quite far from our house in the same property. And we were actually going to get an extra Starlink to hook up there. But you know what? This one Starlink in our house actually makes it up there. So it gets Wi-Fi about 120 feet away from our house now. So Starlink is the way to go.
Yeah, T-Mobile was quite fast, but whenever that bird landed on the tower,
there were severe...
we'll keep that in your reach. We decided to get Starlink. I mean, Starlink's a really good internet service. It's
Tuesday, and it's not lagging. Thanks, Tom.
Internet. I watch a lot of YouTube.
Thanks, Adam.
I play
You're awesome.
Video games and stuff on the computer, and it's got really good fast internet.
Way better than our local internet. Our local internet on this small island sucks. Hey, I think there's a station in there. Hey, if there's a station in there, hey, go ahead, station. Is there a station on the side in there? Go ahead. I did hear somebody in there, but I don't hear him anymore. But yeah, I'm glad I got it. Tom, Tom out there in Illinois. I guess you're running AT&T, right? A lot of people, I guess, use AT&T in the States. Ours is TELUS, so it's a local provider throughout British Columbia. But here where we are at this end of the island, if I want to upload a 5-minute video, it takes about an hour to upload a 5-minute video with TELUS, right? With the one we used to have. With Starlink, basically about 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's a big difference. 2 minutes and an hour. That's a big difference.
Thanks, Adam.
I know it's really
Thanks, buddy.
fast.
I appreciate it, dude. Appreciate it, man.
Video gates, and it went pretty quick. I don't make them real long. I usually just make them 2 or 3 minutes, but it uploads them really quick.
Pretty amazing. I've been uploading videos on YouTube since 2008. And I haven't missed a day, right? So on my one channel, I think I have 21,000 videos on I have 3 YouTube channels. So on my main channel, Banana JSSI, I upload every single day, and I have been for about 18 years. And it was painful trying to get some of my videos are longer. So can you imagine how long it would take to upload a 10-minute video? If it takes, a few-minute video takes an hour, it was awful. So with the Starlink mount, it's a godsend, QSL.
Yeah, Roger. Do you do a lot of live streaming? I haven't watched a lot of your live streams. Do you do that more often now that you guys got Starlink?
and I used to do it actually, but it was good. It wasn't good. It used to lag a lot, right? So I used to do a lot of live streams on Banana J SSI, my original, like my main channel, and I used to do a lot of live gates on Jungle Joe C. But I should actually start doing them. I got to get into Jungle Joe C. I got to find my password. It's all automatic. When I sign into Jungle Joe C, I kind of forget what the password is. So if I can find the password, I can actually put it on this iPhone here, and I could actually live stream from JungleE C instead. QSL.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah,
Starlink, I'm in autocorrect sucks.
I watched some of your older ones, and I watched them quite a bit. I watch a lot of your videos. They're good videos you put out.
I like it. It's just a hobby. I mean, it's lots of fun, right? It's I have so many hobbies, but yeah, YouTubing's definitely one of them. But and originally this is kind of Wendy's channel, but I kind of commandeer it, and because she would probably rarely ever put a video on it, so I kind of keep this channel going, and that's why I do these video gates on here now too. So it's kind of like, well, we do a lot of gardening and stuff on there, and random stuff, but now it's kind of a video gate channel as well. QSL.
Yeah, Roger that. Yeah. Well, it was
Starlink,
nice making the contact. I don't really know much more. I was surprised there wasn't a whole lot of other stations out there, really. Sometimes we got more conditions. Sometimes you do. Sometimes whenever you got conditions, I don't have conditions. It's weird like that.
Well, you're the only one in there, Charlie. There's nobody else. It's dead. It's like really quiet here on the band for Skip. I'll come in here later on, probably around dinner time. What time is it here now? Oh, it's 10 after 4. So it's 10 after 4 p.m. And I'll come in here a little bit later, and I'll see if I can. Usually at nighttime, I talk to a lot of South Pacific, Southeast Asia stuff.
Yeah, right. Yeah, radio is a good hobby, but it's kind of an addictive hobby. You get one radio,
BRB.
and then next thing you know, you got 5 radios. It's an addictive hobby. It's a good hobby, but you got to have a pretty deep for it.
Hey, it's better than being addicted to a lot of other bad things out there. But yeah, like when my buddy wanted to sell us Kenwood radio, and he actually brought it here, and I do have a video gate of it on Jungle Joe C Video Gates. Beautiful radio. And oh man, if I had the money, I would have bought the thing. But I look around here and I got a lot of radios, and I got more in the shed. And Wendy says, nope, don't need another radio.
Yeah, but you could always use one if one goes down. That's what you got to say. If one goes down, you always got to have a backup.
Exactly. So when I sent my big OCI 2980 WX to Chris down there in Ontario, California, it would have been 2 years ago, June. I had to get it all tuned up and fixed up. And so I used my backup radio. I used my little unit in Bearcat a lot, and I used this one there, QSL.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, we got that Connex Saturn. We got it sent off. There's a guy in Northern Illinois. He works on them, and the trail display went out on it, and we got.
You guys are lucky that you guys got techies around there. There's no techs on this small island, and that's why I actually sent it down to Chris there down in Ontario, California. He does a good job. It's it's pricey, but to me it's worth it. And he fixed it up really good, and so far so good. Knock on wood, it's still going there, QSL.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, the bad thing is the pricing to ship the radios off. We went down to the post office to send that Connex off, and they wanted $90 just to ship the radio there, not there and back, just to the guy, just $90 just to the guy.
Okay, so with me, I actually had to take it off island to FedEx over on Vancouver Island, the big island, and I went over to FedEx, and it cost me $107. So that was June 2024. Yeah, June 2024, and it was 107, and then it cost me at least that to bring it back, and then the repairs. So I probably spent maybe $400 with repairs and then shipping it back too. So it was expensive, but there's nobody here to fix it. And I like the radio there, QSL.
Yeah, man, hard radios is fine. Brand new in the box on eBay. I was just looking at them last night on my computer, and they wanted $900 for a brand new 2980 WX. There's a guy on eBay that has them. I mean, they're expensive radios. The thing is, slow. You USPS, you can send it off one day, and it says
1 sec, Arkansas.
days late.
That's crazy, man. No, I know they're expensive radios, and that's 900 US, which is probably like 1,200 bucks Canadian or more. Anyway, hey, Charlie, there's a QSK in there. I think I hear a station out there coming in from the Razorback State, Arkansas. Hey, go ahead there, Arkansas. We're waving.
Somebody jumped up in there, but I heard you coming back to Arkansas. You got 307 Central Arkansas waving.
Yeah, tell you what, 307, you're blasting in here like my buddy Charlie out there in southern Illinois. I'm out here on the Gulf Islands, North Pacific. This is 9 Alpha Tango 791. Yeah, Arkansas.
I heard you. 791. I didn't catch that numbers. 307. Checking the bounds.
Yeah, 307 Arkansas. We got a room full of you here. We got you about 9 and 10 S units coming in here to the shack out here on the Gulf Islands. 791 here.
Hey, 791. Yeah, hey, man, I think I talked to you before. You told me a lesson about the Gulf Islands. You're up on Vancouver, right?
Yeah, we're off the far southwest coast of British Columbia. We're not really near Vancouver, but we're off the far southwest coast of British Columbia. So I think Vancouver might be about 60 miles or more to the northeast of our islands, QSL.
Yeah, I got all this noise. I caught most of that there. Hey, what island is that? What Gulf Island are you on?
I'm on Salt Spring Island, Lake Table Salt, and Bouncy Spring, QSL.
All right, hey, man, yeah, I appreciate it. I'm glad my little yard sale, my little garage sale, I appreciate it, man. You got 307. I'm at the foothills in Washita Mountain. That's with the Q if you want to look it up, Washita Mountain.
Are you kind of like near Little Rock, Arkansas, or are you down in the southern part of Arkansas?
Yeah, I got some big radios, but I caught part of that. 50 miles north of Little Rock.
Okay, cool, man. Yeah, no, I got a lot of friends in the Razorback State. I talked to a lot of people down there in Arkansas. 429, 427, or 29, and then I got 555. There's a bunch of them actually even hang out on Channel 1 AM, believe it or not. So good people down there in that Razorback. You're sounding good, brother.
Man, I caught most of that.
Arkansas is a place where your dog can get scared, run 3 miles and find its way back in your front porch.
But yeah, I don't hear all those Arkansas radios because you know how it is.
That's pretty cool, man. So somebody was asking, do you live in? Does the Ozarks run through there? The Ozarks?
If you look up the map, do you know where the Washita Mountains are?
I probably do. Washita Mountains. I've probably talked there before.
Yeah, me and you have talked before, but if you're looking at a map and you look at Little Rock, go about 50 miles straight north.
Okay, 50 miles straight north of Little Rock. Okay, cool. I'll look that up. I've talked to people down in the city of Warren down in the southwest, I guess the southwest corner, a place in Piggott, Arkansas. Have you heard of Piggott, Arkansas?
Yeah, I've heard of all those places. And actually, I'm in a little town called Terry.
Terry, Terry, Arkansas. QSL.
Papa, Echo, Romeo, Yankee.
Cool. Okay, I'll put that in my logbook. That's awesome. I'll put it in the video gate because I shoot video gate, so I'll put that in the title of the video gate.
All right, brother. I appreciate it, man. You take care out there on those Gulf Coast islands. You got 307 Operator James, and I'm back quiet.
Take care, brother. God bless. 73s. Keep up the good work. And I don't know if you could hear my friend out there, Charlie, 623. Say hi to Charlie out there. He's in Illinois, southern Illinois. Have a good one, brother. 9 Alpha Tango 791 waving from the Gulf Islands.
All right, hey, I'm going to try to 9 Alpha Tango. I'm going to try to wave a hand to your buddy Charlie. Hey, Charlie, you got a grip on
791, 222 Missouri.
Yikes, 222 Missouri. Stand down 1 sec. I'll stand on the side here, 222. 1 sec.
Check.
Hey, 222 Tom. One more time. Hey, how about that 923? Charlie, you got a grip on 307 Arkansas.
Man, oh man. I'm coming in loud. Lots of skip now. Anyway, 222 Missouri, we're waving at you too, brother. You're sounding good.
Hey, appreciate that comeback. Heard you in there. Here in North Missouri, I'll give you a shout back and come to Treetop Tall. Go ahead.
Yeah, what are you running down there, man? Holy smokers, you're shaking this radio. You're blasting in here. You're up into the red, man.
Striker 955 plus, and I got a Joe Gun 6-element dual polarity antenna.
Beautiful, man. Gotta love those Joe guns. Those are great antennas. You're sounding good from the Show Me State. I'm out here on a small island in the North Pacific off the far southwest Pacific coast of British Columbia there. So you got 9AT, 9 Alpha Tango, 791. I'm usually running on my beam, but I got a bunch of different radios here and 4 different antennas up. So right now I'm talking to you on a little 5/8 wave ground plane, an old TRC 458 and a D104 lollipop. That's it. Kills up.
You're coming in good. I got you 9 S units and good signal, great audio, 10-4.
Oh, you have no idea how good you sound, man. That station in Arkansas, 307, and my buddy out there, 623. I don't know if you'd be able to hear him. 623 I'm talking to is in southern Illinois, but you might be way too kind of close, kind of like close, Skip, yourself.
Yeah, you know how conditions are. Sometimes I hear these guys, sometimes I don't. I've heard a few guys from Iowa and Oklahoma on backscatter. It happens every now and then. Go ahead.
Man, you're sounding good. I'm doing a live stream right now. And somebody says, man, that guy's got a good radio voice. You sound like you could be a broadcaster on an FM radio station.
Hi, bud. Good to hear you in there. Appreciate that comeback and doing a fantastic job back here in North Missouri. Appreciate that comeback. 73s, 222 Tom.
Take care, Tom. Have a good one, brother. Keep up the good work, man. You are loud and proud. Sounds great, man. That audio is just bloody killer, man. God bless. Cheers and 73s and happy DXing, Tom. 222 Missouri, 791 Gulf Islands waving. All right. Pretty good too, eh?
333 Greg is 222 Tom. 222 Tom in North Missouri.
Wow.
But I appreciate that comeback. What's going on out your way?
He's blasting in this guy, isn't he? Let me spin this around. Yeah, Charlie, go to 34. Go to 34, Charlie. How about it, Charlie? 623 Illinois, 791 Gulf Islands. Yeah, he was running a 6-element. He said a 6-element Joe Gun dual polarity antenna there. So big beam antenna, and holy crike, he's running a striker. Good audio too, man. Just piercing audio, really loud, you know.
Roger, I was watching your stream. Whenever you talk on that 458, whenever you talk on the Texas Star, why do you? I'm just asking out of curiosity. Why do you always push in that button, and you always turn on the amp when you talk, and then turn off the amp whenever you the radio? Is there something wrong with the amplifier? I'm just asking.
Yeah, no, good question. It's the switching relay's gone. It's a switching relay's gone in it. So I shouldn't have to do that, but I have to do that. So I need to get a switching relay, which I haven't done. And I'm not a techie, and so I'm not about to open it up and do it. Maybe on YouTube, you could probably figure it out. Maybe I should just watch a YouTube video, but apparently it's a switching relay. I don't think it's too serious. Like it's something I might be able to fix. So it's a matter of me buying a switching relay for the Texas Star 350 high drive, taking it apart, and hopefully not to screw it up there, QSL. Yeah, this one, it went on it for some reason. On my 500, it's fine. On that one over there, I'm shooting it now. That's fine. But so it's some sort of, I don't know, it's something inside. Somebody said it's a switching relay, so I should actually look into that. I don't think there's anywhere in Canada I could buy one. Maybe I'd have to go through the Texas Star dealer to find one, or I don't know, maybe they sell them on eBay.
You probably find on eBay. They sell about anything on eBay. You could probably find one on eBay or something like that. Texas Star
Big money, Tom. Big money. He does sound like Johnny Cash. He does, Julian.
Sitting up on the shelf that I use sometimes. That's a 500 Texas Star 500V, same one you got. It's got the Ford Toshiba 2879 in it. That thing just runs.
I love these Texas Stars. Yeah, it's a shame that the switching relay went, but at least the thing does work. I mean, it definitely cranks out the power of this thing. Not a problem. I've had it for, I think I bought this one at least 15 years ago there, QSL. Big money, Tom. Probably $1,000 or more, maybe 2,000. That's the way to do it. Keep them cool. They last longer. I don't have a fan on this one, but I got it elevated up off the radio, so the heat sink gets a little bit more air on it. But the big one I got there, the Texas Star 500, I got it elevated on a rack, and I got a big fan that blows on it. And I also have the little RM203P on top of it, elevated with the fan blowing on it, and it stays cool. Doesn't matter how long I talk on it. I could talk on it for an hour, and it still stays cool. Look it up, TNT, Tom. 6-element Joe Gunn antenna. It's called a 6-element Joe Gunn. I think it's Gunn, Joe Gunn. Yeah, I love meatloaf, man. That's one of my favorite things. Yum, yum, yum. I just had a roast beef dip for lunch here. Wendy made some beef dip. We had roast beef. It was really good, man. Just awesome. So, hey, have a good dinner, buddy. Check out the video gates, and we got you live anyway on Gulf Island Rock. I'm still live, and it hasn't lagged or anything. So, anyway, keep up the good work, and also check out Jungle Josie video gates. I'll get those uploaded later on when I get in the house. And first, I'm going to probably work some South Pacific skip. Talk to you soon, Charlie. 623 Southern Illinois, 9 Alpha Tango, 791 Gulf Islands. We're waving. Thanks, Charlie. Cheers. Wow, there you go. Good skip right there, huh? What do you think? So anyway, a Joe Gunn antenna is a big antenna. So I'm running a beam antenna too on this radio. And beam antenna, Joe Gunn, it's a directional antenna like mine. And directional means you can point it to where you want to talk, right? To put your signal in that direction. And mine's a 3-element flat side Yagi. And a Joe Gunn is a lot bigger antenna. Very, very big antenna. And up here, that antenna, I don't know, maybe it'd be $1,500 or $2,000 in Canada. Probably cheaper in the States, but they're made. I think they are made in the States. So it's got a good antenna. If it's American made, it's a good antenna, man. Just like these Texas Stars right here. These are made in Texas, right? This is made in the States too. This is a U.S. microphone. This is made in Ohio. These microphones, these D104s are made in the Buckeye State right there. I've been using them for a long time. They're very, very well built microphones. Okay, so let's just see here. What do we got? We got that, and then we got that 623 Charlie. We're going to put that on the other video 8 channel there. So let's go back outside and see what's going on in the house. See if Wendy's up to something. Maybe she's making dinner. Maybe she's not. Maybe we're not having dinner. I don't know. Let's go see. I'm going to bring in this too, my phone. I'm glad this video gate thing is working really well. Thanks, Adam, for showing us what to do with this thing, because we hadn't got a clue, right? We're not techies here. And if it wasn't for Adam in Nova Scotia, well, this thing would still be lagging. So we're outside, back in the jungle. I'm going to walk through this way now. Let's walk through. There's a waggy, Trachycarpus wagnerianus, Trachycarpus hybrid. And then we'll go through here. The maples don't have leaves on them yet. The camellia is starting to bloom. I can see a red flower up there. That's a big camellia. So we'll go here. Yeah, it was windy out, man. Our power was out today for, God, a couple of hours, and it was out yesterday too. So there's the side of the shack out back. And then there's my antenna up there, the beam antenna right there. 3-element Yagi. Tom is back. There's my beam up there. See, and you can see the motor on it. That's the one that I usually talk on. When I do the really long distance stuff, I talk on that antenna there. These are leafing out. This is a beautiful tree right here. That is a black lace elderberry. Really, really nice, tropical looking. Milk can trachy, been growing in a milk can forever. Look at that. Rusted out at the bottom. Antique milk can with a palm growing in it. Rooted in, and then this is the, these are variegated fatsia. You can see the bamboo shoots already coming up. Look at this, they're growing like crazy, eh? Look at all the canes coming up. This is this year through the winter time. This is Pseudosassa japonica. That's called an arrow bamboo. And then there's Moriosulicata in there, Philostachys. Then we got the Scheffleras. These are umbrella trees. Really cool plants. Very tropical looking. And they will bloom eventually. I've seen them blooming in Victoria. I took some seeds off them, but I didn't have any luck. Yeah, this one's ready to pop open, this camellia. There's a flower up on top. Did you know that Chicago Land Forest preserves each county and county, but they're small? Oh, cool. That's good. That Chicagoland has forest. That's really cool. I didn't even know that they did. That's pretty cool. And they probably have different trees to grow there than here, I bet. Maybe lots of pine trees and stuff. And deciduous, maybe oaks, oak trees. Variegated fatsia here. Neighborhood with the most trees, North Beverly on South. And I bet you there's some really old plantings of trees, like street trees, you know? Like a lot of old cities, like a lot of cities have street trees that were planted like 100. Okay, let's see. There we go. I'm back again. It actually blocked out the signal. So, yeah, you can see these guys are doing well. The fatsias do well. Big palms here. These birds are crazy. They're eating me out of house and home. I just filled that up again today. Can you believe it? They eat so much food? Look at these beautiful ferns. These are native sword ferns. That's a native sword fern. I planted that there several years ago and it was tiny. It's huge. It likes it in here. Waxleaf privet. And then there's big palm out there. One of my seed-grown fatsias. Forsythia. Yeah, it's like a little jungle in here. I'll show you some palm trees underneath here. Look at all these. Look at all the palms. Those are all palms. Just they seed, right? And then there's the living roof on Wendy's gallery. Right here, there's one of Wendy's paintings. Her rooster she did ages ago. That used to be on her old B&B sign when she had a B&B up from Ganges. Some walking sticks I've made. Go through here. That's pretty cool plant. This is a laurel. Trees. Starry, starry night. Artesian gallery. We'll go through here. This is the courtyard, which you've seen before. This camellia is going to bloom soon. I think it's going to start raining soon. It feels like it's going to start raining real soon. I'm going to go into the house and I'm going to end this live stream real soon too. I really appreciate you guys coming into the live stream. Adam, thanks for supporting the channel. I really appreciate that. You're an awesome guy. If you can contact me, our email should be on here. I'll send you one of Wendy's art cards. She is an artist and she has really beautiful art. So thanks for that, Adam. If you're still in there, buddy, out there in Nova Scotia. It's always nice that he does that. So another like-minded fellow on the Atlantic coast of Canada, where I'd like to visit one day and eat some lobsters. Ah, there we go. Enjoying the video. Keeping you out, you New Zealand 41 KK 120. Yeah, we're out here in the garden. We were just doing a video gate in the shack out back, but I wasn't talking on that antenna. There's an IMAX. There's the beam. I was talking on that one right there. And then there's the Antron way over there. We're talking on the Sigma Venom 5/8 wave. But yeah, it's not a bad day out here. We're getting closer to spring, which is a good thing. I can't wait. I'm waiting for warmer weather. It's still not warm enough for my liking. You know what? New Zealand's the place to be. That's where the warmth is, down under, right? So 8 degrees Celsius ain't that warm here. That's where we're sitting at around now. So, but it doesn't bother any of the plants. They like it, the stuff we grow. Oh, I could hear you. Oh, you could hear me. Oh, cool. Ah, the zombie CB guy again, waving, man. Yeah, I just did a really long live stream. I can go back in there. Let's go see. Let's try me then. 34. Let's go to 34, and I'll call for you. 41 kilo 120. Let's do this. Let's put it back on. It is on. The radio is on. Okay, so let's see if we can get to New Zealand here. 34. Pretty quiet out there, man. There's not a whole lot of skip coming in. All right. Get my camera out. Let's see what we can do here. Somebody out there. Somebody on 34. Okay, so I'm going to call for you. All right, so you listen for me. I'm going to flip this around. We're on the ground plane 5/8 wave, but we're going to be pushing about 350 horsepower. So let's flip this around. There we go. And let's call for New Zealand. Oh, shoot, we'll turn that on. 41 kilo 120, 41 kilo 120 New Zealand, 9 Alpha Tango 791, 9 Alpha Tango 791, Gulf Islands in the North Pacific, QSX. Oh, you can hear me. That's the problem on my ground plane. It maybe doesn't have the best ears. Let me try again. 41 kilo 120, 41 kilo 120 New Zealand, 9 Alpha Tango 791. And we do have a noise floor in there of about, I think about 2 to 3 S units. We do have some noise in there. QM, QSL. Yeah, I got about 2 S units. 50 horsepower? No, 350 horsepower. I'm just joking. When I say horsepower, I mean watts. CQDX, 9 Alpha Tango 791, 9 Alpha Tango 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. No, nothing. Sorry, man. I'm not hearing anything in there. It's quiet. Oh, hang on. 41 kilo 120, 41 kilo 120 New Zealand, 9 Alpha Tango 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. I think I did hear you out there, man. I think I did hear you out there if you said something. I think I did hear you out there. 41 kilo 120, 9 Alpha Tango 791, North Pacific, Gulf Islands, QSX. You're coming in right with the noise, right with that noise floor. 3S units. I'm going to cruise through the band now. Very tough. We nearly got there. Yeah, no. I could hear. I know I could hear you in there. I could hear something in there. 350 horsepower, 257 kilowatts. Ha ha. That's too much. That's a lot of power, man. When I say horsepower, I'm joking around. I mean 350 watts. That's what I call it. I call it horsepower. Right there. The Texas Star. This one's 350 high drive, right? And that's half a kilowatt right there. That's the 500. So 350 watts, 350 horsepower. I'm going to go see if anybody can. I'm going to go to 37. CQDX, CQ, 791 Gulf Islands, 791 Gulf Islands, North Pacific, QSX. Really quiet out there.
791, 1203, Southwest Indiana.
1203, Southwest Indiana. You're sounding good from the users. Got a Radio Shack full of you, 9S units.
You're sounding good here in Indiana tonight.
Yeah, 1203. I'm just on my ground plane right now. What are you? What part of Indiana are you in?
I'm in the southwest corner of it, just a little bit north of Evansville.
Beautiful, man. Well, you got a good sounding station there, 1203. Keep up the good work. I'm out here on the southern Gulf Islands off the far Pacific coast of British Columbia.
7 Tribe.
Yeah, 791, your sound is good here in Indiana today. Yes, we sent radio there. 73 to you.
73's there, brother. God bless. Have a good evening out there. And like I say, keep up the good work. You got good audio and a good signal out here to our island. This is 9 Alpha Tango, 791 on the 5/8 wave ground plane waving. Okay.
Yeah, 791. I'm on a RCI 2995 HP with a Tron 99.
Hey, right on. It's working. I have two RCIs right in front of me, right here. I'm talking on an old TRC 458 and a 5/8 wave now. I got an RCI 2970 DX, and I got that hooked up to my Antron 99, and my big radio is the RCI 2980 WX on my, and I run a 3-element Yagi with that. QSL.
Yeah, 10-4. Well, I've got a lot of QRM on here on my end, so...
Tom's back. All right there, 1203 Evansville, Indiana. Have a good evening, and we'll talk to you soon, brother. We'll be listening for you out there. 9 Alpha Tango, 791 Gulf Islands, QSX. Cheers. All right.
Jungle Joe. Charlie Brown waving.
It's 1203 clear.
Charlie Brown waving from Oklahoma. Hey, Charlie Brown, what's going on?
Enjoying a beautiful spring day. I hope you're getting a break.
Yeah, it's probably a lot warmer there than here. It's only about 46 here, but we're supposed to get up to 60. I think tomorrow I should be up to 60, and we are getting closer to spring. That's a good thing. Hey, Charlie Brown, what was your number again? Is it 1313? No?
Response. What? 7-3. Okay, 27. Charlie Brown.
There we go. Okay, 27, Charlie Brown. Have a good one, brother. Always good to hear you, and you're always sounding good, too. Cheers to you in Oklahoma from 791 Gulf Islands. There we go, Oklahoma. All right. See, Tom, if you got a radio, you can talk to all of us. I will be baptized this Sunday. Cool. I got that done to me. There he is. I hear 333. I hear 333 in the Ozarks. Say 333 in the Ozarks. Joe, 791 waving.
Hey, bud, I'm picking you up out here. 333 in the Ozarks mobile, waving back.
Yeah, you're sounding good. I got you in there. I'm live right now on the Radio Shack. I am running on IslandRock live, so we got you in there, and I'm also shooting for Jungle Joe C. So, hey, keep up the good work, Joe. Always nice to hear you. Take care there, Joe. 333 in the Ozarks, Springfield, Missouri. Have a good night, my friend. Drive safely. 9 Alpha Tango, 791 waving.
It's been a long time since I talked to John Wayne Airport. Okay, 27 waving.
Hey, 9 Alpha Tango, 791 QSX. Which denomination? Of what? Oh, denomination. Oh, the church. Okay. I think I was Lutheran, I think. And my mom and dad never went to church, but they did it for my Nana. She wanted me to get christened. Hello, 623, Charlie. How's it going, man? That was a long QSO, dude. We had a long QSO. And I just talked to 333 in the Ozarks, Joe. And New Zealand did hear me, but he was hearing me New Zealand, 41 kilo 120. But unfortunately, he was coming right in with my noise. I have a noise floor in here, which is kind of a bummer. So, but anyway, yeah, it was good to talk with you. So now I'm just figuring out what I got here on the radio. Let's just see. I got to put these numbers with this so I don't screw anything up when I upload them. 1759. I'm using an old school for Jungle Joe C. You had a good supper? Oh, yeah, meatloaf is awesome, man. I love meatloaf. I often get it at the deli when I'm working for a good like snack. Like it's a good break snack. I just love meatloaf. They make it where I work. I work out in the gardens. I look after the landscape for a big grocery store, and they make meatloaf in the butcher shop, and they make it in the deli, and it's like, oh, so good. Some of it actually kind of has like a tomato sauce on it. It's pretty yummy. There. So I don't know. I think I'm probably having more roast beef for dinner. That sounds good. 333 in the Ozark.
My mom's house getting her dinner and heading for bed.
1761. Charlie Brown. There. 1762. Okay, 1762. Don't know what that is. 1763. Hang on.
But I didn't know who it was. It's been staying in there till 9:30 my time. That's a pretty good deal. Get you later on. 7-3.
Homemade skillet corn mashed potatoes. Yeah, low. That sounds good, man. Oh, I'm getting hungry. 623. I will be baptized in Westland Church in Chicago. Hey, Golf, what are you doing? You know what I'm doing? I'll show you. Let me spin this around so you can see what I'm doing. I'm in my Radio Shack right now. I'm in my radio room where I broadcast from, so I'm just talking to people around the good old United States. That's why I got those American flags up there, because most of my friends are in the United States, man. People I talk to in the States send me those flags with QSL cards, right? Those came from, that's France, Italy, Belgium. I get all the stuff sent to me from people. Okay, let's see. Let's go to 36. CQDX, 9 Alpha Tango 791, 9 Alpha Tango 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Pretty quiet out there. Oh, hey, Charlie, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to make you a moderator. I hear you out there, Charlie, 623. There we go. How about at 623, Charlie, 623, Illinois, 791. I don't know if you can hear me anymore. Maybe not. Yeah, man, I'd like to be in the States. 21 Nickel Mobile. Hey, 21 Nickel Mobile, 791. 791 out here in the North Pacific, Gulf Islands.
Hello, 791. Hello, 791, 21 Nickel, Big Island, Hawaii. Good afternoon.
Okay, there we go. 21 Nickel, Big Island, Hawaii. Sounded good, man. Let me get my other camera on here and I'll shoot a video gate. What part of the Big Island are you? Like, are you out in Hilo, Hawaii, or Kona?
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle of the Big Island of Hawaii. That's awesome, man. Well, how's the weather over there on the Big Island today?
Rainy. We got a very large storm approaching us too tomorrow and Saturday. Supposed to get biblical here there, Roger.
Hey, Roger on that there. Well, it keeps everything green out there in the mini grass. I tell you that. I love the Hawaiian Islands. I've been to those islands 26 times now, but you know what? I've never been to the Big Island. I've been to Oahu 20 times. I've been to Maui 6 times. I was married the first time around on Oahu, and the second time I was married on Maui. So I said to my wife, I got 6 more islands to get married on.
292, this is 615, Tennessee, MVP.
You're a moderator.
Very diverse place, that man.
Yeah, I love the Hawaiian Islands. They're beautiful, and you got so many climatic zones on the Big Island. So my QTH is out here on the Gulf Islands in the North Pacific. I'm also on an island off the far southwest coast of British Columbia, QSL. All right there, 215 out there, Big Island, Hawaii. Shaka wave and aloha, and mahalo for coming back to me, man. Have a good day out there, and enjoy the rain, because it keeps everything nice and lush and tropical. 215, 9 Alpha Tango, 791, Gulf Islands, waving aloha. Thanks, my friend. All right, my friend, aloha. Shaka wave, my friend, from our islands to yours, from North Pacific to Central Pacific. Have a good day, and you're sounding good too. I got you 7 and 9, and I'm just on my ground plane. Take care, brother. 791, Gulf Islands, QSX. What is the Hawaiian net, please? Well, they're all over here because we get Hawaii all the time. But, you know, on Channel 11 AM, they're always coming in. Channel 11 AM, it's always Hawaiians here. It's my location, too, because there's a straight shot towards Hawaii from here. There's nothing in the way, just Pacific Ocean. 215, Big Island, Hawaii, 4.
Sounding good down here in southeast central Oklahoma. 73, my friend. I'll catch you later.
Yeah, we got Hawaii in here like all the time. Hawaii is peaceful. Yeah, I love it, man. No billboards here either. There's no billboards on our island. There's no fast food, and there's no billboards. Not allowed to have fast food here. Charlie's a moderator. Charlie, you're now a moderator. Yeah, I've been to Hawaii a lot of times, man. Like I say, first time around, I was married on the island of Oahu. I'll spin this around. I got a lot of Hawaii stuff in here. There's Guam. That's the newer plate. There's one from 1981. I used to have another one. I don't know where or when. The oldest Hawaii plate I have, we have some from 61 and 1959. You never left the mainland, eh? No, I've been into the Caribbean too. And then we got our tikis, lots of tikis. We got a lot of junk in this radio room. Lots of Hawaii stuff. I bought this clock in Hawaii, 1986. No, you don't have you don't need one to go to Hawaii. That's a nice thing about living in the U.S., right? You do not need a passport to go to Hawaii, you lucky guys. Yeah, Channel 11 AM, lots of Hawaiians, but I don't know where you live, Plasma Zombie. I mean, I'm out here on the Gulf Islands in the Pacific Ocean, so Hawaii's no challenge from where I live because there's no mountains or nothing in the way. It's just ocean. So, yeah, we got lots of Hawaii stuff here. There's a Hawaii flag there, too, right? And the Kanaka. Hey, you want to read a really good book? It's Blue Hour in my area. Blue Hour. Oh, cool. What's Blue Hour? Right here is a good book. This tells you about the Hawaiians on our island called Kanaka. Kanaka means Hawaiian, and this is a very, very good book, Kanaka. And you could probably get it on Amazon maybe or on eBay. Tom Koppel. I know him. I know the author. He lives on our island. The Untold Story of Hawaiian Pioneers in British Columbia and the Pacific Northwest. So that's a really, really interesting book, and there's some really nice pictures. And there's some old Hawaiian stamps from the 1800s, and they're the Kingdom of Hawaii. And then, and there's an old Hawaiian currency here, which is kind of cool. Look at that. When it was the Kingdom of Hawaii. That was my Nana's. She died in 1967, so that's really old, and that's a music box. Wow, Salt Spring Island is the Hawaiian island of Canada, man. It really is. We do have lots of Hawaiians here. So, yeah, it tells you about the Hawaiians here, right in that book, right there. Lots of pictures of the Hawaiians here. People have littered all over Hawaii. It's not that nice anymore. Yeah, where I go is pretty nice. Where I go to Maui, I stay in Kihei. But yeah, I know I've seen lots of bad places in Hawaii you wouldn't really want to go to. You know, a lot of homelessness. It's sad. People sleeping on the streets. No different than in Vancouver and Victoria, you know, and just a lot of bad stuff going on in some parts of the world. It's kind of sad. Really, really sad. Yeah, you know, Hawaii has sketchy areas too, for sure. Absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. Flip that around. See who else can hear me out there.
Roger. Condition not so great on my end right now. Condition not so great.
That sounds Hawaii right there.
732 Maui, Hawaii. Waving the hand like that. Oklahoma.
How about it 732 Maui, Hawaii? How about it 732 Maui, Hawaii? 791 Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Aloha.
340. Go ahead. 369 Oklahoma.
How about that 732 Maui, Hawaii? 732 9 Alpha Tango, 791 North Pacific, Gulf Islands.
732 Maui, Hawaii.
Yeah, 732 Maui, Hawaii, 732 Maui, 791 Gulf Islands, North Pacific.
712, I did hear you out there. 732 Maui, Hawaii, Oklahoma.
Hey, 732 Maui, Hawaii, 791 Gulf Islands.
791 Gulf Island, you take care out there. Have a good one. 732 Maui, Hawaii, aloha.
All right, my friend, Maui no Kauai, aloha, shaka wave. Have a good one. 732 9 Alpha Tango, 791 Gulf Islands, North Pacific.
Roger, 791. You know the call out there. You know the call out there. 791. You take care. 732 Maui, Hawaii, aloha.
All right, aloha, brother. There we go. There's Maui for you. Isn't Hawaii mainly Pacific Islander? Yeah. There's lots of.
369 Oklahoma.
There's a lot of Filipinos there and Japanese. There's people from all over.
369 Oklahoma.
People from all over in Hawaii. Lots of Koreans. You like the vintage collectibles? Thanks, man. Yeah, I got a lot of junk here. I got a lot of junk here, brother. A lot of junk here. I'm on channel 38. Sorry, 623, 38. I'm multitasking. I'm talking and then I'm looking at the live gate and then I'm shooting with this camera here too, right? 455. I put him in the log. That was Maui, Hawaii. Channel 38. I'm on 385. Skip Shooter. I like that handle. Skip Shooter Henry. I'm going to see if my, you know what? I should go on to the big radio. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to the big radio here. Let's go to this one. And go on to the beam antenna. I'm going to go up high now. Let's go. I got the beam pointed into the South Pacific, which should be good. And let's do this. Here, that. And I'm just going to tune this thing in. I'm running a tuner here. So on 555, 555, that's what I usually talk when I talk to the really far off stuff. That's beautiful. Okay. Let's see if we can get some South Pacific or Southeast Asia. All right? Let's do this. CQDX, CQDX, calling CQ, Southeast Asia, South Pacific, 9 Alpha Tango, 791, 9 Alpha Tango, 791, Gulf Islands in the North Pacific. Yeah, bring her back. I didn't get your number. I got a bit of a noise floor in there. This is 9 Alpha Tango, 791, North Pacific. Let's go up to 570, QSY 570, South Pacific Station, QSY 570. CQDX, CQ South Pacific, 9 Alpha Tango, 791, Gulf Islands. there we go. There we got you now. 41 kilo, 120 New Zealand. Good to hear you out there, brother. Sorry I didn't get you the first time. I was on my ground plane, but we got you now. I do have a little bit of a noise floor in there, but you're coming in. We got a nice copy. I appreciate it. I got you about 5 S units here, and I do have a noise floor in there, but hey, you're coming in, and I got my beam pointed on you. It sure helps to have the beam pointed at you. I'll tell you that. It brings in a lot more South Pacific stations. It was a little bit harder on my ground plane. I apologize, but thanks for tuning in, and we are live actually. You know, we're still live on the Gulf Island Rock there, QSL.
I'll have a listen, see how it sounds from your end. Now, until next time goes, we'll be
Beautiful, beautiful. Coming in nice. So at 1:41 minutes, hour and 41 minutes and 30 seconds, I'm just kind of facing it on the meter there, live streaming. You can see what you sound like and how good you're coming in. You're way up over the noise floor, so that's a good thing. Sounding good as usual. Have a great day and happy DXing in New Zealand. 41 kilo 120, 9 Alpha Tango 791. Wave until next time. Thanks, my friend.
Catch you later, Stevie, please. Have a good weekend, somebody.
Thank you. There we go. I got a noise floor in there with like 3 S units, so that was New Zealand. And it's funny, I tried to get them on the ground plane, but I didn't have very much luck. So it helps having the beam. So 41 kilo 1767. I hope you guys are still in there. Can you guys still see me okay? Is it still working? Let me know if this live stream's still going. Like if it's lagging or anything. I'm on 555 right now. I'm on 555, and you guys want to join in and talk to me, upper sideband, just let me know. Let's see who else is in there. Oh, there we go. I got to read some of these comments. I'm sorry. Let's just see. Plasma. I sometimes go to secondhand shops. They usually have things from the 1980s. Cool. Oh, yeah, I'm an 80s guy. I got lots of that stuff. That's pretty cool. Secondhand shops are a good place to look, Plasma Zombie. Hey, Joe, thanks for making me moderate. Anytime there, 623. 223, I was going. Yeah, good quality. Thanks, man. Okay, I'm still streaming. Stream is streaming. Thanks, Plasma Zombie. Let's see who else we can talk to. Maybe some Southeast Asia. CQDX, 9 Alpha Tango 791, 9 Alpha Tango 791, Gulf Islands in the North Pacific. I hear somebody coming back to me, but they're in with the noise floor. So, yeah, you know what? It wouldn't be working like this if Adam didn't tell me what to do with my Starlink. I tell you, it was really annoying having this and not be able to live stream in here, but now I can, so I'm quite happy about that. CQDX, calling CQ, 9 Alpha Tango 791, 9 Alpha Tango 791, Gulf Islands in the North Pacific. What antenna are you currently using? Well, I have 4 antennas up, Plasma Zombie. Right now I'm talking on a 3-element flat side Yagi beam, Serial Yagi, up 26 foot to the boom, and I'm up above the CB bands. I'm on free band right now. I'm up on free band, okay? So here, I'll flip it around. I'll show you what channel I'm on. I'm on 27555 upper side band, and I got my flat side. I'm running a horizontal flat side Yagi pointed into the South Pacific right now. On that radio, I run a 5/8 wave ground plane. That radio's got all the extras in it too. I love the 3-element, man. You know what? I've had, this is my 3rd beam in 49 years. So In 1977, I got my first radio right there. That's it. That was my first radio. I talked to him with a half-wave ground plane from Radio Shack. That's a TRC 452. And in 78, I got that radio in February 78. And one day, a pilot happened to hear me, and he got my address because I was giving it out to somebody to get a QSL card when I was 13 years old. Actually, I was 13 years old, and next thing you know, I got a guy knocking on my door, and a guy shows up at my house in a van. Didn't know the guy from Adam. He says, I hear you talking skip on there a lot, and you said you'd really like a beam. Well, I built you a beam. So this guy was a ham radio operator. He built me a two-element V-quad beam, and he set it up for me in 1978. So that was my first beam antenna. Super nice guy. Didn't know the guy from Adam. I was just a kid, and this dude shows up at my door with a beam that he had built me. It was in his van, all prefab. He put it together for me. And then my second beam I put up, I built it in late 1981. So December 81, I put it all together. It was a two-element high-gain quad, full quad beam. And super kind to the guy. And I put it up on a 30-foot tower with 6-foot of mast. So that's the beam I ran, the second beam, for a long time. I had that up for a long, long time, my two-element quad. And then this one I put up, and I love it. I love the three-element. I always wanted a three-element flat side Yagi because I used to admire them at Radio Shack, so I got a Serio Yagi. And the four-element, going to be a good one for you. It's going to work awesome. It's going to work. You got a four-element, you're going to be getting out everywhere, man. Well, you get out everywhere anyway, but the four-element, you're going to love it. You know who's running a four-element is my buddy 333 in the Ozarks. He runs a four-element Serio Yagi beam up on a tower. So it works great too. I mean, Joe gets out everywhere. Let's see what else coming in here on CB Radio.
Thanks for the call. 33 Mobile, Comanche, Oklahoma.
Hey, 338 Mobile, Oklahoma. You're sounding good on the Gulf Islands, 791 Gulf Islands. I don't know if you can hear me. Might not be able to hear me. How about that 338 Mobile, Oklahoma? 338 Mobile, Oklahoma, 791 North Pacific. Nope, not hearing me. And that's the thing sometimes. What was the call sign of the radio? Oh, I don't know, because that was 1978. That was a long time ago. I was like 13 years old. I turned 14 that same year, like end of March 78. So when I got this radio, it was February 78. I was 13. So it was 78 when he came over and put that antenna up for me. But that was 48 years ago. He's probably dead now. I'm thinking that guy was probably, at that time, maybe 40, early 40s. He was probably like 42, so it'd be like 90 years old now. Isn't that crazy? Super nice guy. Really, really nice man. You know, and I did keep in contact with him for a while, but I might even have some of his QSL around my box. Good old times, man. Yeah. I got pictures of that beam. I got pictures of all my old stuff from back in the day in a photo album. Let's see if any skips out there from Hawaii. CQDX, Hawaiian Islands. How about its Central Pacific stations? 9 Alpha Tango, 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific.
Gulf Islands, 791, Gulf Islands, 791. Yep, nice weekend, 000, Hawaiian Island, Maui, aloha.
Hey, Richard, 000, Hawaiian Islands, Maui. You're the only one in there, Richard. You're just sounding beautiful. From the island of Maui, as usual. Aloha to you.
Have a nice day, nice weekend. Aloha.
All right, thanks, Richard. Aloha, my friend. Always a pleasure to hear you. Shock away from 9 Alpha Tango 791, all the way out there to the beautiful island of Maui. Okay, 623. Have a good one, brother. Thanks for coming in. God bless. Before 1968, well, I was born in 64. So I'm getting pretty older. I'm going to be 62 at the end of this month. So that was Richard on Maui. I talked to him a lot. He's a good dude. Kind of like Maui. I'm hearing 2K251 skip shooter on 37. Oh, let's see. I think I did hear that same guy, too. The 468 Plasma Zombie. Oh, there's Louisiana. Hey, whereabouts are you, Plasma Zombie? What is your QTH? I'm curious. Whereabouts are you in the States? Are you in the States? 1768 0.
West Coast, company 2
Germany. Cool. I talked there lots, too. I've talked to a lot of places in Germany. I got a lot of QSL cards from Germany. Actually, the last cards I got in were from that's New Zealand. That's New Zealand. That one is there's Portugal. Those are from Portugal. This one is from France. Those are from France. This was probably from France. That's from France. I get a lot of cards from France. This one here is from England. That's from the UK. These ones here are from Prince George, British Columbia, short skip. These ones here are from France. This one here is from Belgium. This one here is from Italy, Sardinia. This one here is from Portugal, and I got some in another one in the house there from that just came in from a little while ago from Brazil. But I sent him cards, and he said he didn't get my cards yet, so I'm gonna have to maybe send him another batch of cards. Pretty quiet out there, man. Not a lot of skip coming in, but good skip. Let's go to 11. Let's watch this. That's where all the Hawaiians come in, on channel 11 AM. I'm going to talk to my friends down there. I'm going to go talk to my friend down there in Oklahoma. Let's see if he can hear me. Let's go to channel 1 AM radio, regular CB radio. And let's see if my buddy can hear me down there in Arkansas. How about a 555 or 115 down there in Arkansas? 612 Gulf Islands. An old radio amateur is never lonely. Never, ever. That's Oklahoma. That's Arkansas right there. How about a 115? How about a 115 Oklahoma? 612 Gulf Islands. 612 Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Channel 1 AM right there. Did you drink enough water today? Yes, I did. I drank a lot of water. I drink lots of water. Gotta stay hydrated. It's good for you too. I think you're supposed to drink like 8 glasses of water a day. Breaker DX land, 612 Gulf Islands. 612 Gulf Islands, North Pacific. That's channel AM, right? That's channel 1 AM. Let's go through the channels. Did you drink enough water today? You sounded good out here on the Gulf Islands, 612 Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Breaker 19, 612 Gulf Islands, North Pacific, waving. See if they can hear me. Good, man. Awesome, Plasma. Brager channel, do you copy 612 Gulf Islands? 612 Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Break. Channel 19 AM, CB Radio. How about a DX land? How about a DX land? 612 Gulf Islands. 612 Gulf Islands, North Pacific. He's blasting it on 19. See what we can hear. I'm on my IMAX right now. That's a challenging channel to get in on 6. Let's go to sideband. Let's see. Got a noise floor in there too. CQDX, CQ, 791 Gulf Islands, North Pacific.
Have a good evening. 791, Florida 790, big shock away, brother.
Hey, good to hear you out there. 17 World Radio, 79. Big Island, Hawaii, sounding good as usual. I'm just on my little IMAX 2000 in Utah, man. I'm glad I'm making the trip to you. Have a good day, brother. Happy DXing. Always a pleasure, man. God bless. 9 Alpha Tango 791 out here in the North Pacific, Gulf Islands, waving aloha. All right, brother. Aloha. I don't. Hey, man. Waving aloha. Sounding good, brother. 791 waving back. 86, 791 waving back. Aloha. Kind of lost him. That's what he came in. There's Australia. Hey, Australia, we're waving at you. 791 Gulf Islands, 791 North Pacific. Hey, Australia, 791 Gulf Islands. The IMAX, I think, is, a half-wave antenna. I'm pretty sure it's an IMAX 2000, and it looks like an Antron 99. And I think it equals a half-wave antenna. You'd have to look that one up, but that's what I got hooked up to this. I don't think I can change this. I think the beep is. I don't think the beep comes off. I think it's just part of it, part of the radio. You better, you know what? That'd be a good thing to Google. Look that up. I'm not too sure. I know I run an Antron. I have an Antron as well. I've had the Antron up for about 35 years. And I think that is a half wave too. So maybe the IMAX is a little better. I have my Antron a little higher than the IMAX. And, but I talk all over the place on both of them. And the IMAX and the Antron I have hooked up to that radio right there. See this one? I have it hooked up to the RCI 2970 DX. But I'd have to look that up. Maybe the IMAX is a 5/8 wave. Not too sure. You know what? That's a really good question. And I do have a 5/8 wave Sigma Venom antenna as well. So that is definitely a 5/8 wave. It's an aluminum antenna. The Sigma Venom, and it actually works really good. I'm quite happy with that one. Very happy with that one. Let me flip this around. I'm going to go back to the big radio here onto the RCI 297 or 80DX. So what channel was I on there? Hang on. I gotta put this guy in my logbook. I always put him in the logbook. I think I was on 38. I think I was on 38. 37, 38. Channel 38. Likely it's somewhere in the middle. Yeah, maybe. It might be. Hawaii. Mobile. Antrons are great. I totally agree. You know, Charlie, I've had that thing up there for like 3.5 decades, and guess what? I have not done anything. I have not done anything to the Antron 99, and I should actually probably take it down and clean it. So the IMAX I've taken down and I've cleaned it, but the IMAX I've only had for about 15 years, but the Antron I've had up for about 35 years, and I've actually moved it to various areas of the garden. And once I had it up on top of a tree about 80 or 90 foot up, and it actually seems to be working better at about 27 feet, which is crazy, right? Why? I don't know. I don't know. So let's flip this around and let's make a call here and see if somebody out there in the Central Pacific or South Pacific can hear me. CQ, calling CQDX South Pacific, CQ 9 Alpha Tango 791, 9 Alpha Tango 791, Gulf Islands in the North Pacific. You never know who's listening. Not the greatest conditions right now. I found an aluminum tent is better than the fiberglass ones. Well, you know, I've honestly, I've talked all over the world on a half-wave ground plane. It's crazy. You know, when I had my half-wave ground plane and I had it hooked up to this and I had it hooked to that. I've even worked Europe. I've worked New Zealand on this radio. So I'll tell you something about this radio. This is like the first 40 channel radios that came out. So no digital channel selector, just a little black number with a light behind it. This one actually has lower frequencies in it. It goes way, way below channel 1, and I had them put into it. So I remember one day, it was one night, and actually, no, I was on my beam antenna, that's right. But I have talked to the Faroe Islands on this, on a half-wave ground plane on this. But one night I was talking to my buddy locally on my beam antenna, and I had my beam pointed towards him. I had my 2-element quad. It was 1981. I'll never forget it. And I could hear somebody chatting in the background very faintly. And so I said to my friend, hang on one sec, I'm going to spin my beam around. I was down on 26.565 or something, way below channel 1. And I turned my beam into the South Pacific, and some station from New Zealand, 2 of them came back to me, and they were talking to each other, and I talked to them on about 2 watts, because it lost a lot of power that low on this radio, on AM, and it was on AM too. Okay, so let's, yeah, some people think aluminum ones are better, but you know, the Antron, I talk to so many people with Antrons, and they get out very well. CQDX, calling CQDX South Pacific, CQ Southeast Asia, Asia Pacific, or Central Pacific, 9 Alpha Tango 791, 9 Alpha Tango 791 in the North Pacific, Gulf Islands, QSX. Hi, Tom. Tom's in the house. Tom is in the house. Pretty quiet out there today. Looks like there's more activity down below 40. I can't hear New Zealand, and I can't hear New Zealand, but I can talk. Oh, you'll hear New Zealand. You listen. They're out there, man. They're out there. You could easily talk to them. I know you could. CQDX South Pacific, CQ 9 Alpha Tango 791 in the North Pacific. Okay, what time was that? That was 5:15 p.m. Very, very quiet on the band up here on the free band. CQ, calling CQ South Pacific stations, Southeast Asia, Asia Pacific, Central Pacific, or Micronesia. 9 Alpha Tango 791, 9 Alpha Tango 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Guam, Micronesia. So when I say Micronesia, Guam, USA is Micronesia. And actually, I talked to my buddy out there in Western Kiribati a lot too. I usually talk to him pretty much daily. 224 Alpha Tango 104. 224 Alpha Tango 104 Tarawa Island. 9 Alpha Tango 791 Gulf Islands. Yeah, I'll stream tomorrow. I have to do a landscape consultation at 11:30 for somebody, but yeah, I'll do one in the afternoon. I'll stream for sure. I'll go live. I'll go live on Gulf Island Rock. Now that the internet's working out here, thank God. Yeah, it's not very good up on the free band, is it? Pretty quiet. Australians hang out a lot on this channel too. So let's see if I can get some Australia on 35. CQ calling CQDX South Pacific. CQ South Pacific. 9 Alpha Tango 791. 9 Alpha Tango 791 Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Doesn't mean they're going to hear me. No, I'll do a live tomorrow for sure. It'll be in the afternoon sometime. There are some Australians in there right now, but coming in faintly. 35 is an Aussie channel. Yeah, you probably have more skip than we have. Australia's in there right now. Australia's on 37, Charlie. Hey, 427 Arkansas, 427, 791.
Hello, 791. Hello up there, Joe. How you doing, man?
Well, you're just blasting in here. You know, we don't have a whole lot of skip coming in. Not a whole lot of skip, but you're just sounding great from that Razorback.
QSL, yeah, I was talking to Hawaiian Islands, and then Australia gave me a call. I talked to them for a minute, and old 222 Tom up there in Missouri, I had about 5 pounds of scatter on him. I thought I might could talk to him, but I started you up in the process.
Sounding good, man. Well, you're always sounding good, man. You're always just blasting here. Yeah, I talked to World Radio 79, then there was 000 there out there in Maui, and 273 Big Island, and then station out there in New Zealand. I hear a little bit of Australia coming in, but today was pretty quiet up here. Not a whole lot of skip coming in up this way.
Thank you, QSL, yeah, I played radio hooky most of the day today. I've been doing some other things, so I just thought I'd get in here and try to DX for a little bit. Sounded good there, Joe. I think I heard old Tom up there kicking up some racket again.
Yeah, you betcha, man. Yeah, like me, I was out busy fixing a fence, or one of our fences was down, so had to fix that so the deer don't get into the garden. So yeah, I was mostly outside today. I came in here a little bit later, and I'm glad I did. Anyway, Larry, always good to hear you, brother. Hey, you have a good evening out there in the Razorback State. Keep up the good work. God bless. And 73's to you in Arkansas. 427, 791 Gulf Islands.
Hey, Joe, how tall a fence you got around your place for the deer? I got a 6.5 foot one around my garden, but that's all. How tall a fence have you got?
Yeah, I think it's about 6.5 to 7 foot, maybe 7 foot. And yeah, they don't go over that one. Although, you know, I have seen them easily jump a 6-foot fence here if they have room to kind of jump it. But if there's no room to actually, you know, if there's something in the way, they won't jump it. But if it's clear sailing, like an open field or something, and if something's chasing them, they can jump it.
Hey, Roger. Yeah, I've had mine up several years now. Hadn't had any to jump it so far, so hopefully it'll make it through it. All right, Joe. Hey, man, it's always good to talk to you. It's a pleasure, man. Enjoy the DX73. God bless. Sounding good as always. 427 Larry down here in Arkansas.
Thanks a lot, Larry. Have a good one, brother. Yeah, no, you'll probably be fine where you are. I think you got to more worry about those wild hogs, right? Don't you have those wild razorbacks down there?
Yeah, we got a lot of wild hogs, not just a razorback. A lot of wild feral hogs now where they got loose from farmers way back in the past, or they got some sheep, they just turned them loose, and man, there's a bunch of wild hogs just running everywhere down here.
Yeah, they cause a lot of damage, man. They got those things up in northeastern part of our province and over there in Alberta, and they got a bounty on their head. I think it's $50 a hog.
try to wipe them out, but boy, they're prolific. You know, they have 10 or 12 pigs at a time, 2 or 3 times a year, so they're hard to control.
Exactly, like rabbits, but they taste good. You know, that's my wife's favorite food is wild boar meat.
Yeah, man, you can get you I like the little females. You know, you get one of them about 50 to 100 pounds, and man, that's some good eating right there.
Darn right it is, man. Oh my God. So there's this one butcher shop in Vancouver, and whenever she's over there, she goes to this Italian butcher shop, and it's $6 for a marinated steak. And man, it'd be better to go out and hunt one yourself. But I tell you, oh man, that's good meat.
That's right. You can take a little 50-pounder, put that thing on the grill, and just melt it down, and then just pick it off the bone, Ryder.
Oh, there's nothing like that. You're making me hungry, Larry.
All right, Joe. Have a good day up there, man. Sounded good, boy. I got you about 575 down there, just blasting. Which radio are you talking on?
I'm on my old TRC 458 and a 5/8 wave aluminum ground plane and an even older D104 lollipop. That's it. Nothing fancy today.
All right, man. Have a good one, Joe. I'm on the side.
Take care, Larry. Cheers to you, brother. That's the radio I'm on right there. Old radio, an old microphone. Yeah.
1726.
I love steak, man.
1726, 427, trying to get it back.
Arkansas. I love a good steak. And so does Wendy. 427, Arkansas.
Oregon looked like Mother Nature put you in there and took you right back out. If you still got a copy on me, appreciate the holler. 73's God bless, 427 Larry, Northeast Arkansas.
Larry always comes in good, man. Did you come in contact with that southerner who had a great reception? Sounded clear today? Oh, that guy from Missouri. I think I wrote down did I write down his name? That was triple two Missouri. Did you come in contact with that southerner just the one time? No, that's not him. Oh, I wonder who that was. Yeah, from Missouri. Yeah, 222. No, not 222. Then there's 333. Oh, I hear Hawaii in there too. There's Hawaii Maui's in there. Well, that 222 guy was coming in really good from Missouri. Who else did I talk to? 333 in Springfield, Missouri, in the Mobile. And then there's 1203 Evansville, Indiana. I write them down in this little book, right? So then I know what to put the titles in the video gates. 732 Maui.
Got every bit of it that time, man.
And 000 Maui. Big World Radio Maui. Yeah, I think it might have been the 222, Tom. 222. I didn't get his first name, though. I should have asked him his first name. That guy was coming. He was running a 6-element Joe Gun antenna. 6-element Joe Gun antenna. And he had crazy good audio. Very good audio. So this guy always comes in good. Larry, he always comes in good from Oklahoma. I've been talking to him for a long time. So when you have a radio, you really get to know these people, even though you don't meet them, but you talk to the same people over and over for years, right? I've been talking to Larry for a long time, and he's down there in Arkansas, and he just blasts in here. Think about getting a radio, Tom. You'd have fun. I'd be able to talk to you. I talk to Illinois all the time. It's funny. That's one place I can always talk to is Illinois. Ever since I got a radio in 1977, that's one place I've always talked to when Skip comes in is Illinois. It comes in all the time. I bet that guy from there had spent so. Oh yeah, he's probably got good equipment. I can tell you one thing: it's a good antenna. You look up that antenna, man. That's a 6-element Joe Gun beam antenna, man. I'd like to know how much they're worth. My beam wasn't much. I think mine was 300, 400. I don't know, something 350, something like that. With shipping. Okay, I'm going to go over to the big radio now and see if I can get some maybe some maybe some Southeast Asia. CQ calling CQDX 224 Alpha Tango 104. 224 Alpha Tango 104 Western Kiribati. 9 Alpha Tango 791 QSX. Do you need a hand? No, you don't need one. Not for this. Nope. Free band, no license required, not even in the States. There used to be, but they did away with it, thank God. I used to have to get a license. I used to have a license for this, but not anymore. CQ, calling CQDX, 9 Alpha Tango, 791, Gulf Islands.